Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today is a big day because it is move-in day for the mister. He's taking over his office and I'm really excited about it. As you can see, we've got it all set up and ready for him to come in. So today I want to give you a final reveal of the space, just kind of show you how everything pulled together. I'm so proud of it and I'm so excited about his reaction. After I give you a reveal of how everything kind of turned out, I want to take you space by space just to kind of explain my thought process, why I did what I did, and what I'm hoping it is going to help him accomplish in this space. And then I'll show you his reaction at the end. It's so cute. So today's the day. Without further ado, let's hop into this DIY home office makeover reveal for the mister. Let's hop into today's video. So cute, right? OMG. Okay, so we spent, if today is February 20th, I probably started this, I started this project before Christmas. I started with the built-ins and that took me and my daughter her entire break to finish. She went back to school on January 9th. She went back to school. She flew back on January 9th. And the week before she flew back, we were able to finish the install. So from early December to early January, it took us that time. We took our time. I really wanted to make sure, and I know I didn't document every step of the process for you guys, but in here, Timothy had waited so long to have this space designed for him that the perfectionist in me was kind of taken over. It was really important to me that when he walked in here and he was able to actually do his work, that it was a place that felt comfortable for him, that was aesthetically pleasing for him, that when the doors are open and we walk by, before he would have his doors closed because it was just a mess, but now every morning he wakes up, he does his thing around the house, he opens his doors to his office, so I know he loves it. So it was really important to me to have that type of reaction from him about this space. So I really wanted to take my time. The built-ins were not easy. And I always underestimate how complicated things really can be when I start pulling out the saw, but they weren't easy. I was so glad that my daughter was here to help me because it was a challenge, even though we started as an IKEA hack. So at the bottom, of course, I started with the IKEA cabinets. It was because of the dimensions of the cabinets. They were 30 inches high. They were 18 inches deep. I believe it's either 16 or 16 inches deep, which was wider than what I could get from like the standard. They were narrow, slimmer than the bottom cabinets you would get from like Home Depot. Those are 24 inches. I wanted that extra 6 inches of space on the floor to use for decoration. Like I felt like that extra 6 inches just would have shrunk us in a little bit. But then I also wanted the height, and the ones at Home Depot were only 30 inches. So we got the extra 3 inches. We elevated the base just a little bit to get that hip high height. And we really love that. I did the same thing in my office with the bottom cabinets, and we really enjoyed that height and that depth. It gives Tim plenty of space to have for storage, for all of the things that he needs. It doesn't have to be neat. He just throw his stuff in there if he wants to. If he wants me to come organize it later, I can always do that. But it gives it a nice, tidy look in here, which I think is what every adult desires in their work environment, especially considering this is like his office. He doesn't have an office to go to for work. This is it. He truly works from home. So you really want it to be functional. So I wanted the cabinets to be in here because I wanted them to provide space for him to store things, be able to close the doors, and it still look neat. Because I know for me, clutter overwhelms me. And I just know for most working adults that when we have things a little bit more in order, we increase our productivity. And productivity for his job is really important. So we put the cabinets in to ensure he had the storage, but I also wanted like a decor moment, right? Tim's very sentimental. We both are. And we curate a lot of things, which is probably why it's taken so long for us to decorate the house, because we have this thing about finding pieces that are meaningful for us and displaying them and stuff like that. So I wanted to give him ample space to do that, which is why I created such wide which is why I created such wide upper cases, which are also deep. So our upper bookshelves, I am so tongue-tied today, y'all. Our upper bookshelves are 12 inches deep, and each one, the bottom shelf is about 18 inches high, and then each one of the other shelves is about 17 and a half inches between one another. I felt like that would give us plenty of room to like do collectibles and stuff like that. I'm not decorating his shelves. I started off with a few pieces, right? But he really was intentional about saying, hey, you know, I want those shelves to be a reflection of me. As I collect stuff, I want to bring them into the space. I'll help him place them, you know, to make sure like we're decorating in threes and stuff like that so that it feels balanced. But he wants to take his time to kind of curate this space and make it just be a reflection of him. And that's why I designed it for him to be able to come in and have somewhere that wasn't like the game room or the media room, where it's a little lighter, it's a little funner, but this is his serious space. This is his workspace. This is where he gets things done. And this is where he can put those items that are kept away from the kids so they can't access them. But he can see them on a regular basis. Family is really important to him. So you'll see pictures of he and I and us and the family a lot. We travel a lot. We try to take a couple of really special vacations a year. And when we're there, we're always shopping locally and picking up stuff. So all of those things will be able to come out the boxes and stuff. I really like that he wants to do that. And I'm actually going to incorporate shelving in my office so I can do it as well, because it's really special. So that was the intent behind the actual bookcases. Now, when it comes to his actual workstation, which is this desk that you see in the middle of the floor. As a matter of fact, let me position you just a little bit differently so that you can get a wide view of like his workstation. And we could talk a little bit about why I repurposed like a dining room table versus actually having a desk in here and the function that is I'm hoping it provides to him. So let me reposition the camera real quick. We'll be right back. So you can't see his entire desk just because there's not enough space between the wall and the desk. So I'll insert some up close footage for you to see it. But we placed his desk here so that his bookcases could be the background. Originally, I had a completely different plan. Like, this desk was going to be somewhere where you are, and then I was going to open this up to be more like seating and lounge area. The window would be behind him, and he's like, nah, nap. I want my bookcases behind me. So it actually worked out. There's plenty of walking space behind the desk. I kept that open because of the seating area that's over to the left and the bar area that's there. But this provides a really nice, like his bookcases provide a really nice backdrop for like his Zoom meetings. So he uses these ginormous monitors. Trust me, he needs them. I've seen the work he does. I'm like, oh my God, working from his laptop. But I got this chair. Everything's linked in my LTK shop, but this chair was so comfortable. Like, when I put it together, I was like, oh, this is nice. And he's actually worked in here. I put him out so that I could do this video, and he sits for long periods of time. He has these meetings. He meets to meet. So I wanted there to be something in here that was aesthetically pleasing, because y'all know office chairs are not always the cutest things on the planet. So I wanted it to be something that was aesthetically pleasing, but also could be functional as well. So we've got a nice comfy chair here. We repurposed this dining room table. This is a dining room table we purchased when we bought our very first home back in 2017. And this table has moved with us and moved with us and moved with us. And we had gotten to a place where styles have changed. Like, back in 2017, I was very shabby chic, very farmhouse, and this was very appropriate for that time. But he had been working on this desk when we moved it out of the dining room area, when we found the table that we were going to use. Because he takes so many notes, there's always a lot going on here. I figured, instead of, I don't know what happened, but the camera cut off. That's weird. Anyways, instead of purchasing a desk, I figured, you're already using this. I do like the style. It gives a very traditional feel to the space, but there's a lot of function. So we have 6 drawers in total on this desk. And one of my pet peeves, the things that I hate, is seeing like a bunch of little stuff on the desk, pens, staplers, stuff like that. Like, I don't want to see that crap. I know it's necessary, but I don't want to see it. I designed the space, so I get to kind of call the shots. So I figured in here, now that we have 6, there's 3 on this side, 3 on that side, we can use this as storage. I can come in, help him organize like his pens, his highlighters, stuff like that, so that he has access to them. On the other side, he can put things that he might need, like remote control, stuff like that. But they're stored away, which I love. Now, one of the things that we are going to have to work on is wire management. Because cables, I've been going back and forth. Am I going to drill a hole in the desk? What am I going to do? You know how some of those desks, they have the holes in it. I just cannot pull myself to drill a hole in anything that I've done. Not this table, not these bookcases, but it's necessary. Something's going to have to happen. So what I'm on the hunt for now is desktop cable management that looks like storage, but it also adds like a decorative feel, because I've seen this long box that all the cables run to, and then that box, the wires run down, and I can hide the wire and connect to where it needs to go. I'm on the hunt for that. I saw it somewhere on Instagram. I thought I saved it. I didn't. I can't find it, but I need that because we'll run the cables from all of this stuff into that box. And then I can do like a desk lamp or something like that back there. Do some cute decor just to make it cute for the space that's not being utilized on the other side. But he loves this. We're also going to do like a large computer mat. I'm on the hunt for one of those as well, like a large desk mat. I think I wanted the same leather as here to kind of place under all of his electronics, under his keyboard and stuff, just to protect the paint. But for now, it's been really fun repurposing this and making it something that is more useful for our family, where we don't have to get rid of it, but he can actually use it, and it comes as a huge benefit. So really excited about this. He loves it. I love the way it turned out. Now let me show you the seating area, then we'll wrap up with the bar area and what our plans are going forward. Okay, so the bar area is a little harder to capture with the table being here, so I had to move some stuff around. So we're gonna do the bar first, and then we'll finish up in the seating area. All right, so for this bar moment, this is actually the entrance of his office. And I really just wanted something over here to fill the space. But Tim likes his bourbon. He likes his whiskey. So I wanted to have something fun over here that was really traditional, because I was trying to keep that kind of transitional feeling here. So I've always seen like these little globe bars, and I always thought that they were like the cutest thing ever. Now these got a whole bunch of cupids and stuff on it, but we were able to find one for inexpensive to see if he liked the feel. And I kind of like it. Like, we have this humongous artwork. This is an African print from a shop that I found over on Etsy. I'll link it down below. Absolutely gorgeous. I thought it was a really good reflection of Tim, just that masculine vibe. That's his clock. He just wanted me to put the clock up on the wall, so I put the clock up on the wall. It's his office. We living in his world, but it all plays together. So one of the things that he's gonna add, one of his touches, I left some space right here. I was actually gonna put another plant here, like a snake plant, a big snake plant that was gonna come up to like here, just to fill in this negative space. It really doesn't need anything right here, because when the door is opened, the door fills that space, which it is what it is. But he had a cute idea to get himself like a coat rack. So I'm on the hunt for like a coat rack to go right here, because he was like, yeah, I could put my jackets there. I could put my Cowboys jackets there, my coats for work, whatever, when I need them for one of my meetings. So that's gonna be his thing. This whole wall is just a mirror. The lighting fixtures end up working. I brought them real close in to the mirror so that they didn't look like they were sitting on an island, and them being small kind of just had them out there. In the future, if we want to do a more substantial one, we'll scooch them out a little bit, but they work. I have to get battery operated lights for them just because, you know, they're not hardwired. But I really like this mirror moment on the wall because, again, with it not being directly south, this is like an east facing window. I wanted to keep as much light in here. He wanted it light and airy. And since we had done such dark, moody coloring on the built-ins, I wanted to open up the space. And this also provides a really pretty visual for him to look into when he's sitting at his desk. So he looks up, he can see the reflection of the bookcases. He's on a meeting, he can see the reflection. Like, the bookcases are the moment, people. They are the moment. And I am here for them. He's living for it. But I'm so proud of this. Of course, I put a little wall treatment on the wall, you know, kind of bring a traditional feel to it. But it came together like I wanted. So we've got quite a nice little walkway back here that walks over into a nice little cozy chair that I got for his office. We'll take you over to the seating area, and we'll end our chat for the office reveal today. And then I'll show you his reaction. It's so adorable, so cute. All right, friends, so finally, the last little moment I created for him here is definitely this cute little seating area that we're sitting in now. It was important for me to add a space in here that allowed him to still work, but not have to feel like he was at his desk in order to do so. Sometimes at the end He is running reports. He is shooting emails, and for all of us, we want somewhere where we can go, where we can still do those things, but we don't necessarily want to sit at the desk. I know for me, I get out and about. Like I'll go outside and do that kind of work. But for him, he kind of contains himself to his space. And sometimes, it's just sitting at that desk all day that if nothing else, you just want a quick break. So I just added a cute little chair moment in here for him. It's low key for me too. Sometimes at the end of the day, once I'm done working, I've got the kids settled, I'll come in here and we'll chat and we'll talk. And I wanted somewhere comfortable to sit too. So I actually put this here for me. I don't know if he's going to use it. He may, but it's right here where I can see him. If he's sitting at his desk, we can have a conversation. Or if before he actually gets his day started, he always listens to like his devos and reads his Bible and his devotionals before he starts his day. So this could be a place where he can come, have a glass of tea or coffee, read his word, get himself mentally prepared. We have great views to our backyard green space from here. So he can look out the window, kind of just woosah for a moment before he has to go to the other side and get started. That's the whole idea of having this other space here, just to give him that extra use out of the space. It's not big. It's not a huge space. It's not like a living room space, but it is another place for him to come and enjoy the views. The TV is behind his desk. So if he wanted to like watch his TV, he could watch. It's just like another nice spot for him to kick it, relax, unwind, and enjoy the space that's been created for him. So now that we're finished in here, I'm going to let him get all moved in and settled in. He'll have wires out for now. He's got his audio system here that he wants to run to his audio there. So I think we're going to get somebody to come and install that. And if it means they have to drill a hole, they'll be able to professionally seal the hole where it looks good. And if I have to do some touch-ups, I'm willing to do that. And then finding this cord management so that we can clean up the wire, so that's not a distraction to me visually if I come in here. But now that he's finished in here, he can move in and start working and enjoying the space. As for projects, this was a heavy one. Anytime you're doing something for yourself, you kind of take your time and you're not on I wasn't on a timeline to get this done, but now that it's done, it is a relief. So some of the next things that I want to do, I want to go into the bedroom, kind of cozy it up a little bit. So I think that's one of the next videos you'll see, just kind of doing a refresh in there. I still hadn't decided if I want that space to be painted moody or just decorated moody. So I'm going to start with decorations. Because if I don't have to paint a wall for a little while, I'm going to be okay with that. So I think I'm going to go in, put some decor in to kind of bring a moody vibe, see how it goes. I did paint the trim in here black, and I love that look. I may do that in the bedroom. I don't know. But we're going to go play around in there for a little bit because it's light and easy. It doesn't require a drill or a saw or anything. It's just me kind of putting the space together. And then from there, we'll likely go into the media room and start putting it together. Simultaneously to doing that, y'all know it's about to be March, and here in Texas, the weather gets really good, and I love to garden. So I've got some veggie beds that I have to build. I probably won't document that on this channel. I do have a whole garden channel that I started late in the season last year. It's like 78 subscribers because I wasn't posting over there. So I'm likely going to start I am creating. I've done like garden tours and stuff, or a garden tour. Take the S off for February. So I was starting to create on that channel again. So what I'm trying to say is, like, if you're into gardening and veggie stuff like that, keep up with me on that channel because I'm going to share that process there. We'll do like patio decor and stuff like that because it's time to do that too here on the channel. But like landscape stuff, we're going to move over there for folks that are just specifically looking for that. What other announcements we got? tons of you have been DMing me about helping you with your projects, and I kind of been piddling around, kind of taking my time. And that's primarily because I knew I wanted to offer this as a service, but I needed to get some business ducks in a row, like structure and stuff like that. And I've taken some time to do that. And I'm happy to say we launched the blog for At Home with Kay. That's the design stuff. And we are working on the services page. But until that page is ready, I am available to take on projects locally. So you would have to be local to like San Antonio. I'd go as far as Austin and Houston because I can get some help in Houston. But if you've got projects and you're serious about it, there's going to be a link down in this description where you can set up what we call a discovery call. We'll hop on 15, 20 minutes, chit chat about your project, and then I can quote you out for the services from there. We'll discuss all the details and stuff while we're together on a discovery call. That call's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Just gives us the opportunity to get on the phone, chit chat about what you want to do, and I can share with you kind of what it would take in order to get that done and how I could help you do that. So yeah, that's a cool announcement. But this is the first finished space, y'all, in my house. I finished it and I'm so proud and I'm so excited about his reaction. So I'm gonna share with you what he thinks, and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming this Sunday, probably in the bedroom, most likely in the bedroom. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I can't wait to hear what you think and watch his reaction. It's so cute. It might just be cute to me because I'm his wife, but I enjoy it. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Because he has spoons.
What you think about the office or something?
What's this?
It's my pen.
You like it, baby?
Looks good.
You ready to move in?
Gonna put everything in now. Help me move my stuff in.
I help you move it in, baby.
Everyone will help you.
Alright, come on. Let's go get the rest of the stuff.
Don't stop it. No one stop it. No one stop that. It'll stop my...
She thinks I put this. See, I put my stuff up there. Mommy didn't take it down this time. See something? I snuck my stuff up there. She didn't take it down.
I'm gonna leave it alone. It's officially yours to do what you want with it.
Looks good.
Comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
He also